Good morning, folks. This is Patrick, Comics and Collectibles, and I know this is probably not the best scene to open up to on a video, but here we are. And this is day 2 of the. Okay, hold on. I haven't really come up with an official title for this. What can I call it? The life-size Carnage customization project, or the life-size Carnage statue project. I mean, is it really a customization? I guess I am customizing the mannequin in a way. I don't know. I'll work on the title for it. Anyway, folks, this is day 2. I will keep track of the actual days I work, and I will keep track of all of the days. So from the first day I started until the last day when I finished this, even though I did not work on some of those days, I'll keep track of all of them just for my own sake, just to see how long it actually takes to get this done. Let's see, where are we going to start? All right. In the previous episode, I talked about the weight of this and the lack of weight and how it kept falling over. So what I came up with was I figured I would remove the torso, and that would cut down on the weight. That would stop it from being so top heavy. Even though that thing right there is lightweight, it still contributed to it falling over. So I'm going to keep that off for now, and I will be adding some baking soda to this, and that's what it looks like in there. I can actually feel one leg and not this leg. I can't feel this leg because, as you can see, this is attached right here, so it doesn't go all the way through, but I will be able to feel the right leg. And tell me this, folks, why is baking soda so damn expensive? I spent about $3.50 per box on this stuff. I considered other powders like flour, washing powder, cornstarch, any type of powder. I thought about it, but some of those were more expensive. Some of them were really, granular or fine, like the flour. That is just too fine. It would have been a mess. So I came back to baking soda, and this stuff is not cheap. I remember when this stuff used to be really cheap. I don't know what happened. And let me see. So the plan is to fill these little, hold on. I tried to find the smallest bags possible, and that's a little smaller than I thought it was, but I can make it work. Can you see that? Yeah, it's pretty small. And what is this, like? Okay, this is 3.5 by 5 7/8 inches. So that'll work. I'll just have to use more of them. I was going to get the sandwich bags, and then I saw these, and they were kind of like slim or trim or whatever the word is. So I figured they would fit better into that. If you can see, I figured these type bags would fit better than like a regular sandwich bag. So I'm going to go with these, fill up as many as I can get in there, and that will add some weight to the bottom part of this. So that's the plan for today, folks. I'm going to fill those bags, do some more sanding. Yesterday I sanded the arms. Today I think I'll do the torso. I don't know. We'll see what happens. All right, folks, I'll be back in a little bit. All right, folks, we have, or rather I have, finished filling these sandwich bags or glad bags or snack bags, whatever, filling them with baking soda. And this is approximately seven pounds of baking soda right here in these bags. I know it's a white powder, but no, don't confuse it with the other white powder. Now what I'm about to do is take those bags, put them in here to add some weight to the lower part of this soon to be Carnage statue, figure, whatever. The reason I'm putting it in the bags is so that if I ever want to just reduce the weight of this, all I have to do is empty the bags out instead of worrying about trying to empty the baking soda out. So this makes it more convenient and less messy to do it this way. Same effect. All right, folks, I have just added approximately 8 pounds of baking soda to this. I'm probably going to get 2 more boxes and make it a solid 18, and make it about 16 ounces. Now, what I'm thinking is I don't feel like trying to detach this leg and attach this right here or it screws in. I'd have to take all of those bungee cords loose and all of that. I don't feel like messing with it right now. But I'm thinking that the top of that leg is similar to this arm. It probably has a hole here. So if it does, I'll put some of the baking soda off in this leg instead of just this one. So right now only this one has the baking soda. But once I decide to take this apart and look in there, I'll determine that at that time. So that's it for now, folks. I'm going to close this back up. Oh, one more thing. These screws, the screws for this are maybe 3/4 of an inch, maybe 1 inch long. And I'm thinking if I put those small screws in here, and then once I get the torso back up here, and if the torso has a lot of weight, those 3 short screws may not support the weight. So I may have to find some longer screws to go in there. I'll look into that. I have a long way to go before I get to that torso. And again, folks, this is going to be a long, drawn out project. I'll be taking it a little bit at a time, taking it slow. And I have a plan. I have a rough plan, but I'll be adjusting fire as I go. So whatever works, that's what's going to work regardless of my plan. So that's it for now. Thanks again. Bye. Say goodbye, Manny. Goodbye, everyone. Bye, everyone. All right, Manny, we got to find you a voice. What does a mannequin sound like? All right, bye. Hello, everyone. This is day 2, and I have just finished adding 8 pounds of baking soda to the legs. This is just a recap. I put the baking soda in small Glad bags. That way it's easy for me to dump it out if I need to. And what we're looking at here is Manny on throne, sipping on his monster. I'm trying to find some creative stuff to do with Manny while I'm working on this project to keep it interesting. Today, actually tomorrow, day 3. And I will be counting each day that I work on this, and I will be keeping track of the cumulative amount of days or the time period over which I was working on this project. So tomorrow will be the 3rd day that I will be working on this project. The plan is to sand either the upper body, maybe the legs. I'll figure it out. I made a plan for this, folks, but it's whatever happens, happens. I'm not going to make definite plans and say this has to happen. So from day to day, I could make a plan, but then that plan could change. So that's the way this is going to go. But I'll try to have a somewhat of a rough plan to follow. Let me see. I think that's it, folks. All right. Thanks for watching, and thanks for supporting the channel. Bye.